I'm Michael, and today we're going to be doing a troubleshooting video on our CleanAF CBD Max. Now the CleanAF Max is a 500 milligram CBD vape. It comes pre-filled. It's ready to use right outside of the box. There's no charging required. There's no button. There's no nothing. It's relatively easy to use. The vapes are going to come in a box like this. You'll be able to open them up and you're going to pull out this bag. This is a sealed bag for quality concern issues. We want to make sure that when you purchase a vape from us, you can be sure that somewhere between us shipping it from our warehouse and you getting it, no one was able to mess with the vape, touch the vape, smoke the vape. So every one of our vapes is going to come in a sealed bag. Now you're going to open this bag up and you're going to pull your vape out, and we're going to go over a couple of the potential issues that could arise. Issue number one, the vape could potentially be leaky. While this is not a major issue and it hardly ever happens, it has happened before. Sometimes it's overfilled a little bit too much. Sometimes there's air pressure changes depending on how it gets to you, and this can cause some leaking to occur. So if you purchase a Max and there's juice all around the bottom of your vape, that means it leaked. Reach out to us, we'll be happy to replace it. Now the next potential issue that can occur with the Max is you open it up, you go to hit it, and it's almost like there's no airflow coming through the device. It feels like it may be clogged. Now, this device cannot actually clog because there is no thick oil inside of it. This is essentially CBD vape juice inside of a cotton coil. So if you purchase our vape, you go to hit it, and it seems like it's clogged, there's a really easy fix. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna pull this mouthpiece off. You can most likely do it with your hand. If it doesn't work with your hand, maybe grab a pair of pliers or something like that. But if you just grab it and apply pressure to one way, the mouthpiece should pop off. Now, once that mouthpiece is popped off, if you look inside the vape, you're gonna see this rubber piece. And this rubber piece has a little hole in the middle of it. And below that hole, there's sort of a down stem that comes out. And that down stem actually goes inside of a center air post that goes all the way through the device. So occasionally what can happen is when this rubber insert is put into the device, the down stem of the rubber piece can get kinked. And if it gets kinked, it's gonna block your airflow. So if you purchase a Max, you go to hit it, it feels clogged, take the mouthpiece off. I'll normally use something like a pen. So I'm gonna grab a pen, a pen or some tweezers or anything that is relatively skinny and pointy. And I'm gonna put this pen or tweezers through the hole of the Max, and I'm gonna take this rubber piece out. The rubber piece looks like this. As you can see, here is the down stem part. And if you look inside of the vape, you'll see that there is a tube going through the middle of the vape. We want this down stem piece to sort of line up perfectly with that center post piece. So once the vape's taken out, I'm gonna put it right back in. I'm gonna line up the down stem with the center of the Max. Once it's in, I'm just gonna push. If you look at it, once it's pushed in, you should see sort of a black hole. If you see a black hole in the center, that means that the down stem has been properly inserted. However, if you see like some rubber pieces in the middle instead of a black hole, that means that your down stem's most likely kinked. Take it back out, try it again. So you take it out, you put it back in. Once that's done, you can very easily just reattach your mouthpiece by pushing it on, and then your vape will work again. Delicious. So maybe it leaks, maybe it feels clogged. We went over both of those potential issues. Now the next issue that could occur, you open it up, it's a brand new device, you go to hit it, and there's airflow, but like nothing's happening. The light on the bottom isn't turning on, there's no vapor being created. And if this occurs, it's most likely a wiring issue. There's a wire that connects the battery to the coil, and sometimes during shipping or during the manufacturing process, it can get maybe banged around, it can get loose, and the coil just ends up not firing. So if you purchase a Max, you go to hit it, there's no light that comes on, it's most likely a wiring issue. Let us know, we will happily send you a replacement. Now, the last thing that could occur is, well, maybe not the last, but the next thing that could occur is you go to hit it and it tastes sort of burnt. Now this hardly ever happens, but what occasionally happens is as this vape gets filled, not enough juice actually makes it into the coil area. And generally what happens is as you inhale on the vape, you're pulling juice into the coil. However, if the coil isn't primed enough when you get the vape, the second you go to hit it, it sort of makes the coil burn a little bit, and it doesn't allow for more juice to get into the coil. And once these things are burnt, they're just sort of burnt. So if you come across a burnt vape right when you hit it, let us know. We'll send you a replacement. The last thing, let's say you've been smoking this for a week, a couple weeks, several days, and you're just ripping it all day long, and you go to rip it and the light at the bottom starts to flash, but no vapor comes out. That just means the battery is done. You've either smoked through all the juice, you've smoked through all the battery. At that point, you're gonna wanna dispose of this and get a new one. Now, generally we will not replace a Max once it's been fully used, meaning if you smoke on it and you smoke on it and you smoke on it, and then the battery finally dies or you finally run out of juice, you sort of smoke the whole thing, at which point you're gonna wanna purchase a new one. However, maybe you purchase it, you smoke on it just a couple times and there's an issue that occurs, reach out to us, explain your issue, let us know what happened, and we may or may not be able to send you a replacement. So overall, that should be really any of the potential issues that may occur when purchasing or using a Max. If anything else happens though, please let us know. We'd be happy to make it right, answer any other questions. And just as an additional piece of information, this does not have a recharging port. So you buy it, you smoke it until the battery runs out, then you have to get a new one. There is no way to recharge this battery. And we also do not recommend refilling these vapes, meaning you saw me take this mouthpiece off earlier and take this rubber piece out. Once you've smoked all your juice, we do not recommend refilling the tank. The fact of the matter is, a lot of these coils aren't made to last forever. So after you've smoked this whole vape, your coil is most likely a little burnt and it's time for a new vape in general. We would not recommend refilling the vape with another juice and hitting it again. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that answered any questions you may have, but if there's anything else, please let us know. I'm Michael from DistroMike and CleanAF CBD, and thank you for tuning in.